Yo, what's up, everybody? This is another episode of Me versus Me podcast. I'm your host, the with the most, don't like to boast, you knowst, and you already know I'm with this guy. Want to introduce yourself?
Cody.
Poetry, just fucking poetry. All right then, everybody. So I know it's been a while since I've been on. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. We should probably look at the camera.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
So it's been a while since we've been on, but thankfully so much crazy stuff has happened. Yeah, but we're just kind of spitballing, trying to think about what to talk about this podcast. So we're probably gonna go with video games. But I am live right now. That's right. What up? What up? What up? So if there's anything that you guys want us to talk about in particular, my bad. Let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can see my boy and I. Technical difficulties on the audio. Let's see right here. Echo. That sounds good. All right, for sure. What up, everybody? I can't wave at all of you guys because my phone's sideways. We'll put you right here. Yeah. All right. We're just gonna have to go by faith.
That's good. That's good.
Overthinking everything. Yeah. So, what is your favorite video game that you're playing right now?
Right now, I'm playing an MMO called Elder Scrolls Online. It's been out for 8 years, but I don't know. It's one of those games you could keep going back to. It's really fun.
Oh, okay. I see. What does MMO stand for?
Major. I couldn't tell you. I forget, to be honest with you.
Major motherfucking Olympics games, fools. No. Wow, that's what's up. Lately, I've been on this one game called Survivor IO on my phone.
Okay.
It's fucking addicting. Like I played it on New Year's, and I had like maybe it was like 6 p.m. or something like that. I was like, all right, let me see what this game's about because I had it on my phone for like a month. And then before I knew it, bro, I was getting like a Happy New Year's text, and I was like, oh shit! Like I didn't even realize that it was like that time yet. So I played another round, of course.
What is that? What do you do in
that? So it's like one of those like survive games. It's kind of like a sandbox type thing, but it's like you have like a little cursor in the center of your phone, and so you're kind of just running around avoiding zombies. And my particular character, there's different weapons that you can choose, right? But my particular character has like a kunai knife. So I'm just shooting out, and you can upgrade each individual skill. Like, let's say you got some like turrets on the side of you, or you have like daggers, or you have like fire molotovs that you can throw down, and it just kills the zombies. And they come at you like they really swarm. So, with that being said, I'm playing, just uploading my character, and time flew, bro. Like legit flew.
They're bringing World War Z to the new generation consoles, which is kind of cool. It's an old game, but it's still a really good game. Since we're on the zombie topic, and I'd recommend that one.
Oh, my bad. I didn't even realize there was a what you call it. Let's see. Was good, Rhyme? Talk about our song. Oh, okay. Dude, there was a song that we did. My bad. I gotta do a quick little interlude. There was a song that I did with this guy. All right, for those of you guys who are tuning into the show, I need you guys to check out this guy right now, right? He goes by that motherfucker Penny, right? Motherfucking Penny Ante, right? This guy's a badass, bro. He's a pro. Like in this music thing, like when I like make music with him, he makes me feel like, all right, I gotta get on my shit. So you guys should check him out too. This is just, you know what I mean? Shout out. But like if you guys are on Instagram, type it up. It's that motherfucker Penny. And yeah, we were gonna do the song together, but I tapped out because like at the time I was kind of like more in the Bible, trying to like not rap about cursing and stuff. So I don't know. I think I did good. But for this particular song that we made, right before I did all that, dude, it is a banger. It is a banger. Yeah. It's called She Wanna Know. So if you guys get the opportunity, I need you guys to follow that, man. And then also check out the song. It's live. I think it was distributed on like all major platforms. So She Wanna Know, Penny Ante. That's Penny. I'm sorry, Penny. Space Ante, like the poker chip, so raising the ant. Raising the Ante, I think that's how you say it. My bad, bro. And yeah, I need you guys to check out that song. Shout out, shout out. So okay, you were saying they're bringing back the
World
World
War
War Z.
Z,
Yeah.
yeah, to the new gen consoles, which is kind of cool.
Okay, okay.
You know, they're doing a lot of remakes instead of making new content, which is kind of lame. But I mean, it is what it is in this generation.
Okay, so I've never even saw the. Well, I saw the movie. Is it anything to do? Is it canon with the movie at all?
Um, they don't really link the characters too much, but in the game there are a bunch of different characters uh, unrelated to the movie. So you can say it is canon, but you can also be like,
It's its own thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I get you. So we got a question on here. I'm gonna raise this up a smudge. We don't need to see ourselves, but let's just, for the sake of this, it says that's why I was doing that one right there. So next one is, how do you guys feel about NFTs and NFs? That's probably NFTs. Oh no, it's Need for Speed Unbound. Have you heard anything about that?
Um, I haven't played too much racing games in a while. I think my racing game binge kind of ended when I was like 15, 16.
Mm.
But I loved the Burnout games. Those were really fun. You know, it was the only game I could think of where if you crash, you actually got points for crashing, and the crash would be slow mo, and it'd be like spinning in a ball of fire, and it'd be like the coolest thing ever. That and also Need for Speed Hot Pursuit on mobile was actually really fun too. I enjoyed that quite a bit.
Mm. That's crazy. I never played the Need for Speed Hot Pursuit one, but I did get super into that old Payback one, and then for sure Carbon and what was it? The one right before that, Most Wanted.
Most Wanted was good.
You know what I mean? Because it was like I feel like that was like the first one that was actually open world,
Yeah.
and I'm a sucker for open world games. Like we don't want to be limited in real life. We don't want to be limited in video games. So you know what I mean? I'm gonna start a petition, and basically all video games from now on got to be open world.
Speaking of cars and video games, I think that they started production on the Twisted Metal movie, which is, if you don't know, it's based off of a video game where you play as a vehicle antagonist that try to shoots down other cars, kind of like a death rally type match. It's really fun. So they're making a video game off of that, and yeah, I can't wait for that to come out.
I'm hooked. Did you ever? I mean, for sure, I know you know about the series, but did you ever happen to play Twisted Metal Black in particular?
I'm not sure. Do you know what console it's for? Because the one that I played was on PlayStation.
It was PlayStation.
Oh, there's probably
Yeah,
that one.
it's throwback. But it was for sure like legit because it actually. I remember this one kind of really went into the backstory of all the major characters. So you got Sweet Tooth, you got Cyclops. Dude, there's like a whole like I don't even remember the characters anymore because it was so long ago. But it was legit fun playing, and then just kind of like it makes you want to do better when there's favorite characters that you don't know anything about, but like if you do good and you beat the game, then it tells you their entire backstory. Like, oh, sick.
You know, another game that was like that was very underrated, that was amazing. Most people haven't even heard of it. It was actually called Red Asphalt. It was for the PlayStation as well. And that was kind of similar premise where you race to save up money, and then you take that money to buy the car that you want. And like the characters are very unique. They're not just like humans. Like there's a werewolf guy, there's a cyborg guy. There's all different types of characters with cool backstories. And then when you beat the game with that character, kind of like what you said, it opens up a cutscene of that character winning and what he does after he wins, and it's actually very fun because you're thinking, okay, what about this character? You know, how did he become the way he is? Why did he do this? And it is very well done.
Yeah, I feel like games that can openly make you do that. For one, you're gonna play more, but for sure, you're gonna get good with those characters that nobody likes, right? Like if you look at Tekken, like I was just obsessed. Like I was hooked. My favorite one was like martial law, but like I would eventually play with like all of the other ones like Yoshimitsu, just all the rest of them just to hear their backstory because I was kind of like nosy.
Yeah.
And then like eventually I got good, and then I was like the pro. But I don't know. Like me and my cousins, we kind of did this thing where we'd circle up, and then it'd just be like 7 of us on the TV, and we're all just fucking sitting there proving ourselves.
I
Like,
mean,
yeah,
that was the day. I remember those. I mean, we did it with all games. You know, I'd go to my friend Stevie's house, and we would just take turns playing Call of Duty. You know, Modern Warfare One, the original, and you would keep one upping each other. Okay, you got 24 kills this match. Okay, well, you got 32 kills this match. Oh, someone has to beat 32, and we just kept pushing the limit. I think the highest we got up to in one match was like 54 kills in like Ground War or something like that.
no shit. Yeah, that's legit. I think that I don't really remember like the scorecards like that, but I do remember those. Except for we would at that point, when I finally started getting into like gaming like that, it would just be me and my cousin. He'd be at his house, I'd be at my house, and we're just sitting there, like linking up in the party, and then we're just fucking going ham, bro.
Yeah, and the Halo days too. I remember the 360 came out, Halo 3 came out. Man, I remember hopping on there every Friday night and just seeing all the boys from high school all on there, and it was great because like there's people that I don't even socialize in high school, but I like were game friends with them.
Yeah.
So it was kind of cool because like I'd see them in high school and we would just kind of just nod at each other, and then later that night we'd link up with our headsets, and then we're going ham on some scrubs in the matches.
Yeah. Bro, I used to smoke a lot of weed. Like I used to smoke a shitload of weed.
Yeah.
And so one of the favorite things to do, bro, was just be like blaze a bowl in between rounds, eat some popcorn and drink some sweet tea. I'm talking about like it's 3 a.m., bro, like, and I'm just like shriveled up, high as fuck, playing video games
Shriveled up. No, yeah,
like a raisin.
you were my prime target when I was playing. You
The
were
people who are actually gonna give you a little bit of competition.
yeah.
Sorry, ASMR. Yeah, but I think that it's fun because when you're playing with people who are just kind of like they suck, you kind of had to have mercy on them and stuff. But if the whole team that you're going against sucks, then you're just kind of like just laying everybody out, and it's like that nobody wants to play him. But let you get like one guy on the other team that's also a pro. Oh, like you're like, oh shit, where you come from? Oh, like get a little bit of excitement in the game.
SBM, in my opinion, a skill based matchmaking is probably one of the worst things ever implemented. Again, in my opinion, in any type of competitive video game, because you want to do good, you want to go on a video game, be good, have fun, relax, not sweat your balls off, and skill based matchmaking kind of gets rid of that. If you're good at the game, like if you're playing Call of Duty or Halo or one of these games and you're just consistently doing good, you're having fun doing that, and this maybe is just me. But then they came out with skill based matchmaking, and now it puts you in lobbies instead of randomized lobbies where you can have a really good player play with you or on your team. Now it's like, okay, this guy, he keeps doing really good, so we're going to give him some really bad teammates to try to balance out the teams. And then I find myself just sweating my balls off trying to carry these guys on my back to win the game. And I realize every single game is just stress instead of casually like having fun on it. And then I'm kind of like, dang, dude, I didn't want to, buy this game to just struggle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the best word for it.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't do like too many well, I don't think you and me game for the same things. Like I know you talk about it often when you're talking about ESO, Elder Scrolls Online for those who don't know. You'll do like a lot of PvPs and stuff. And even when you're talking about like Elden Ring, you said you do a lot of PvP.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that for that. Me, I like to play video games as like an investment. So I need a very strong storyline, and I need something that's a little bit competitive, but also something that's going to absorb my attention for like the next 1,000 hours.
I get that. I'm kind of the same way when it comes to me and storylines with video games. It's hit or miss, if there's a video game that comes out and has an amazing storyline, then it makes me want to play the multiplayer that much more, mainly because I'm invested in those characters. I can't wait to get the new skin from. Well, I mean, now it's all microtransactions, so it's pay to play, pay to win, etc. But back in the day, it was if you got a certain amount of kills, or like in Halo Reach, if you killed a dev that had a blue flaming helmet, you got the blue flaming helmet. That was one of the coolest features of killing a developer that made that game. They don't have stuff like that anymore.
Yeah, and that's cool because like there's certain I don't even know if let's just call them perks, right? Certain perks that just kind of died out with like some of the I want to say when we were younger in video games was still kind of like I don't know how to describe the era, but it was definitely different than now.
That's probably why I'm stuck on ESO right now, because the game's 8+ years old, so it still has some of those perks that we were discussing about when you play a certain amount or get to a certain level, you get something in return instead of just putting your credit card on it and getting it. So that's one reason why I like it. Also, there's so many different builds. You could be a tank, you could be a healer, you could be a DPS, you can be a million different things. And if you think you found the build that is going to just dominate everyone, you're wrong. Someone else has a build that'll just dominate yours. It's an anti-you class, and that's what I like about it, is because you can never be the best because someone else always will have a build to counter your build.
Have you ever seen that episode of South Park where they get caught in the like in that World of Warcraft episode?
I love that episode. Yeah,
I think about that episode often whenever I think about PvP, like, and then leveling up. I think my brain just instinctively like, oh, okay, like
now we can play the game.
yeah, like I'm just sitting there like imagining me just like killing the pigs, getting 2 points for it. Like, that's what in my head. That's what I think about when I'm thinking about like grinding on a video game.
I mean, that's what grinding is. But again, going back to PvP, I feel it's different because you're not just killing AI pigs for hours and hours and hours getting experience. You're fighting strategically other players, and usually in most games you get more XP for killing a player than you do an AI pig. And so and then you get rewards if you win. So you get cool stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to check it out. I mean, I think I got up to like level like 16 or 18. I forget.
And that's base game. You don't. It's kind of hard to say this because everyone's different. But for me, I didn't start to have fun.
Look at the cat. Look at the cat. He's like, bro, she left.
She smells the food. That's why.
He's like, this fucked up. Like, she gonna leave me out here?
Yeah, she does that. Sometimes she shuts the door, and I'm like, you can't just go to bed like that because then she can't eat or use the bathroom or anything.
That's crazy. He's got a cat, and so like his wife went inside the room with the food, and then basically the cat, she shut the door, right, because we're doing the thing, and then like the cat just stayed looking at the door like, I can't believe you didn't take me with you, like, so he's just sitting there just kind of like thinking thoughts, just when some unfair stuff happens to you and you're just thinking thoughts. Yeah, that's Salem right now. He's like, oh shit, he waved at me. I'm sorry. So what were you saying right now?
I don't remember.
Fuck, we're goldfish. Goldfish. Yeah. So to answer your question, Eric or KJ Star 7838, we've never played Need for Speed Unbound.
Yeah.
After 10 minutes, we got back to like, yep, never played it. Okay, so back to whatever we're talking about. Oh, okay, so what did you think about the Way of the Water?
The Avatar movie.
Yeah.
So I have some good information on that. I liked the first movie a lot, and it's been out for so long that it became a little redundant, like it's just another movie that was good a long time ago. And then they came out with the second one right here, and I was just kind of thinking, I don't know, there's a part of me that didn't want to like it. I was just kind of upset that it took this long to make, and I was like, his excuse is I need to wait till better technology is out to make this movie.
Cap.
And the movie finally came out. We went and saw it, and it was so good. It was so good.
It was good, yo. I didn't even realize it was 3 hours until I told my mom to go watch it, and then she was giving me her feedback on it, and then she's like, "Yeah, it was cool," but after like 2 hours, I was like stretching and stuff, and I was like, "It was 3 hours? Like, what the fuck?" Like,
so
I was absorbed. Hand in the armpits and everything, just fucking like.
Me and the wife saw it in 4D. which means you sit in a chair that like shakes when like the action scenes are happening. It sprays water at you when there's like a water scene. They shoot like aromas in the air, like the woods is burning or something like that. So it was really cool. However, there's lots of action in that movie, so you're just shaking 24/7 in that movie for 3 hours, which was kind of a lot. Um, Definitely, I can say I don't need to go to a chiropractor after that because it cracked everything in my body. Um, but sorry, honey. But I looked over and she's like, check this out. And I look over and the chair's jumping around. I look down, her boobs are just woo, they just going everywhere they want.
Just going ham.
Yep. They were, it was yeah. I mean, I got to see the movie. I got to see some of that. It was good experience. Got my popcorn and my soda.
Yeah, I mean, I like double down on the snacks and stuff. So like when I like to go enjoy, the movies, big cinema. Like I enjoy the experience.
Yeah.
So I'll treat myself to like a little popcorn, maybe soda or something. But this particular, maybe like a drink or something, like a little like Hennessy and Coke or something.
Mm-hmm.
This particular time, I grabbed everything. Like I was like, I need that, I need that, I need that. Took it with me. I did this bad habit where I eat everything really quick and then I watch the movie. So it's like a 50-50 that like I'll fall asleep because asking there's chicks who have dated me, they're like Richie ain't shit. And Richie is shit. It's just that sometimes I get tired after I eat a lot of food after, what I mean. So I'm at the movie theater and like it's a 50-50 that I'll fall asleep or I'm gonna just be like really in tune. And the whole time, like I was just like, I don't get to say this word often, but I'm gonna say it now because I like it. The experience was tantalizing. You know what I'm saying? Tantalizing experience.
It was a tantalizing experience.
I don't know.
I'm gonna start saying that to everything now on.
You gotta say it like it's ASMR.
You're gonna at the end of the day at work tomorrow. You're gonna be like, dude, how was your day? I'll be like, it was a tantalizing experience of a day.
It was tantalizing. Like, why you whispering in my ear, bro?
No, going back to snacks, I do the same thing. We get a large popcorn. I'm like, all right, I'll munch on this all movie, and then the previews end, and I look down, there's no popcorn. I was like, what the heck happened?
Yeah, I feel that. I hate it. Like when you get like a bottom of the barrel popcorn, and it kind of still smells like the grill or like the oven or whatever the fuck it is. Like it tastes like propane gas. I don't know how to explain it. It tastes roasted with some sort of like oven or something.
All right.
Yeah, but I mean, oh yeah, you're right here. Well, I'm not gonna disclose his location. I almost did. See me after this? No, I was like, nah. But like, there's like I like dollar theaters and stuff, So like, I'll go there and be cheap.
Those are good.
And just buy everything, and then like my back be hurting. I'm like, oh shit, because the seats are so hard.
I haven't been to one of those in a long time, but they're good. And the reason why I haven't been to them in a long time is because they do the artistic movies, which I have nothing against. I think those are great actually, but you get like one good one in the dollar movie like every 4 months, and it's like they don't advertise, so you kind of just have to drive by and see. Oh yeah, I want to see that.
I just pull up and I just watch whatever one's like best on the thing.
And that's the way you got to do it. And that's how you make it fun, because then you're watching the movie, you've never seen something before, and it opens up your experience a little more.
Yeah, and it's damn near. It's always the ones that you never expected to like. All right, I'm gonna watch this. Like I was watching, like I think it was Oh god, what was the one with like the ninja dog?
The ninja dog.
It was like a little like wiener dog that like he was like a ninja to protect the city, and there's like an emperor cat that was like just I don't remember.
All right,
I forget what it is.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
That mentality has taken me to see a bunch of kids movies where I'm just sitting there like, and I'm a grown ass adult, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna watch whatever that movie is, going there eating my popcorn and shit, and then I'm like really into it. Now I'm just like,
no, the kids movies are a guilty pleasure that no one likes to admit. When all the Despicable Me movies were coming out, I'd be like, all right, little sister, let's go see this movie. I'm taking you because I know you want to see it. But at the end of the day, I'm kind of like, oh, bro, I kind of want to go see that.
Yeah, that movie was bad, bro. Like I saw that shit, I was like, I'm gonna fucking watch this shit.
I did that, and I take her to go see all those type of movies. We went and saw like the animated Adams Family one. We saw there's like a ballerina one that I was really not. I was like, I don't want to go see that, but she really wanted to see that one, and I was literally like, I'm gonna just be on my phone this whole movie, and it actually caught my attention, and I was like, what?
Yeah, quick little side eye. You're like, all right, whatever. Next thing you know, you're just like really like, yeah,
It's
he's
a
gonna
pretty
do
good
it.
movie.
He's gonna do it. Yeah, I used to get into well, I got like a really bad habit of watching the second movie before I watched the first one.
Oh, that's terrible. How could you do something like that?
It's just it happens because like
No,
I'll
it
go
shouldn't
there.
happen. Shouldn't ever happen.
That's how it was with the what was that one that came out with Tom Cruise? The one where he's like in a fighter jet,
Top Gun.
Top Gun, that Maverick,
That's an embarrassment to say you saw that before you saw Top Gun.
and I loved it. The movie was so hardcore. Like I felt like I was like I salute you, you know.
So doing that means you go into that movie without any backstory or knowledge of the characters before that movie.
None whatsoever.
And that really doesn't paint a good picture for the characters that are coming in. Like I'm sure Tom Cruise went on screen and everyone's like, "Oh yeah," happy to see him again in his role, and you're just kind of like, "All right, it's Tom Cruise. It's a big
Like
deal."
this guy looks old.
He's just playing another actor.
I was like, damn, you really aged.
So yeah, I mean, you got to see the first ones first. I can forgive like you're watching TV or something and something comes on and you're like, I'll watch it, and you haven't seen the original. But if you go to a movie theater to see the sequel before the first one, no good.
I'm terrible. I even did that with Avatar. I never fully watched the first one. I saw like a good portion of the parts of it.
It's been out for almost 8 years. No, 8 years. You couldn't watch this movie in full.
I saw enough to remember some bigger parts of it, like, but not enough that when they were doing the flashbacks, I was like, "Oh, is that what happened?" You know, like. So I watched like 85% of that after watching the second one because they had those flashbacks, or else it would have been like 80%. So probably like 75. I'm not gonna lie, I watched like 75% of it.
It's unacceptable.
In spurts too. It wasn't even 75 straight. It was just like
the
one
words
time
you're
I saw
using.
this.
Spurts.
It was tantalizing.
It was a tantalizing experience to watch 75% of that movie in spurts, through sporadically, not even in sequence.
They were tantalizing spurts.
So since we're on Avatar, me and the wife got married in Florida, and she wanted
Congrats.
she wanted a Disney World experience, and they have the Avatar land there. So that day when we were going to go to the Avatar land, she was taking a couple of gummies, getting ready for that. And I have nothing against it. My wife smokes weed all the time. I don't know. I don't get high often. However, that day she like popped like 5 gummies in my mouth and was like, "Let's go." I didn't know how much I took. I didn't know. I was just ready to go, So we got there, and they started to slowly kick in.
Wait, were they Cali gummies or were they Florida gummies?
Oh, they're Cali.
Oh,
She brought them from home. And so I remember getting on the Avatar ride, waiting in line, getting on the ride, and then that's where it kind of blacked out a little bit for me, which I never thought you could black out from like getting high. Like I was coherent, but I wasn't present. So what I mean by that is I remember getting on this ride. I remember we're going in a little boat down a stream, and there was a giant blue lady, and I don't even remember why I'm there. I don't know what my name is anymore at this point. And this giant blue lady's hanging over the boat, and I just remember being like, "What the hell is that, dude?
What's happening?"
And my wife and her friends are laughing at me because they see I'm gone out of my mind, and I'm freaking out, thinking, how do you have a bad trip on THC, But these giant blue ladies are trying to attack me. And then we get off the ride, and I go. I need help getting out of the boat. So the person that does the conductor, the ride conductor, is kind of looking at me like, "Is he all right?" And they just lied to him. "Oh, he's disabled. He needs help getting out." So like, oh, okay. We get out. We go to the exit of the Avatar ride. I sit down, and I'm like, "I just need a minute." So they go get me water. I drink some water. I'm sitting there and just enjoying myself. And then they're like, "Are you ready to go? We've been here for like half an hour." And I'm like, "Dude, really? I felt like we were here for 2 seconds." So I tried to get up, and I was like, "Nope, go on with them. I can't move. I cannot move."
Oh yeah. Those ones are crazy.
And they're like, well, we can't leave you here because you're just like sitting like in a bush, and you know, with us talking to you, it looks better than you just laying in a bush by yourself.
My boy's like, if I just lay
Because
here.
I was pretty much like, go have fun. I can't move right now, and they're like, you're gonna get like arrested or something.
Yeah.
No, yeah, never
Trust fall
again.
into some bushes.
Never again, man. I so much money to go there to get that ticket to go in that ride on that ride and then have no memory.
Like imagine that. Like just picture this. Like if you were the character in the scene he just described, right? So you get into the roller coaster, like all right, cool, whatever, and then you black out, and the next thing you know, you're coming to as the ride's coming back. So you just take off the seatbelt, like all right, cool, bet. Shit, I just missed that whole ride. But like I think it's crazy because like for those of you who've never experimented with any type of like edibles from California, they're super strong, super potent. So much to the fact that like if you eat too much, it's literally like a blizzard just hitting you of just weed or just of like just high, just and you're just like you got to sit there and try to endure in it, and you're just like
And it doesn't just happen for like 20, 30 minutes. These last like hours long. I remember again,
it's so cold.
my wife gave me gummies one night, and it was a Sunday night, and we were hanging out. We had lots of fun that night. I woke up the next morning, and then I had a very important work meeting I needed to have with my boss. I sit down at the table, and like he's getting his coffee made, and I'm just sitting there. I'm kind of thinking, am I still high? I still feel high. And then he came back, and we started talking, and I just in my head thinking like, all right, keep your eyes open. All right, listen, pay attention. Okay, answer this question. Yeah, I do that. Yeah. And then I'm like, all right, at the end of the meeting, I was like, cool. So I pulled it off. He had no idea. And it all went good. I'm grabbing my stuff, packing up, and he's just like, hey, Cody, next time, like, if we're gonna have a meeting, just make sure you come like fully prepared. Like, make sure you're not, drunk or so you smoke in the car or anything. I just want you clear headed when you talk to me. And I was just like, damn, I thought I got away with it.
So like he's like I'm cool, but like the whole time he looks like SpongeBob when he's tired, like
Apparently,
raccoon eyes.
I mean, that's what I got right now. I don't get any sleep anymore.
Oh yeah, that's what the coffee's for. Yeah.
I tried to take some. Joel gets mad at me.
Yeah. I can't speak on that. That was funny. You guys, I can't speak on that. I'm a bad influence on you, bro.
Why? Have you been doing that?
No. I just drink a shitload of it, so I'm like probably worse than you because I'll do the shit and just be all jittery for hours.
See,
like
that's not fair. I go to the office once a week and I take like 2 or 3 pods and he gets mad at me. And I'm like, bro.
It's different when you drink them while you're there. If you take them, then that's stealing. But if you indulge on them, like then you just partaking in what's served. But like it's like going to a restaurant and stealing the jewelry, or not the oh shit, not the jewelry, the cutlery. You know what I mean?
Don't
Like
see
the
it that way. I see it as a sauce packet. You go to get tacos and you grab some sauce packets. They ain't gonna get mad at you for grabbing sauce packets.
It's one of those things where.
Now, if I was grabbing boxes, 100%, 100%. That's these boxes are expensive. If I'm grabbing 1 or 2 pots to take home, come on.
No, because like so for example, if you say sauce packets, then maybe, but it's still one of those things where it's a coffee thing, so it's like it's gonna be something that's like okay, here it's meant to enjoy here. Like if you take them by like 2 or 3 or something like that, I think that's different. That's like the almost like the equivalent of like like if you go to
A rave.
I've never been to a rave.
Neither have I.
We should go to a rave.
Just 2 guys?
No, that would be awkward. We'll bring other people. We'll bring other people.
I've never seen just guys going to a rave.
Okay. I mean, I'm down, low key. That sounds like a low key mission, like Army of Two, where we're gonna flank it. So you're gonna go that way. I'm gonna go this way, and then we're gonna meet up in the middle, and then just try not to fucking be like warped out of our minds by the end of it.
I just don't see it going the right way, but I'm down to try.
Sounds fun, huh?
Down to clown.
Yeah, I honestly don't even listen to the music, but there's certain songs where it just gets you in that mode, like.
Yeah, just like that.
They're like, what? Just like that. Yeah. But I think that like it's different than even the restaurant example. I just can't think of a good one. But I'll go ham as fuck, like drinking like 3 cups of coffee, black. My boy, like I can't stand my skin at that point. I'm just and it's espresso, so I'm just like,
No, I know what you're talking about. I actually did overdid that with Monsters a couple days ago. I just remember driving for work somewhere, and I haven't eaten anything, and I had Monster in the morning as like my breakfast, which obviously everyone knows it's not good, but it is what it is. That's what was there. And then I was at a gas station to get gas, and I was like, I'll grab another Monster. So I grabbed another Monster. I'm drinking it, and there are 2 Monsters, no food, and I'm driving home, and I just realized like, why do I feel so shaky? And I feel like yeah, I feel like I'm so weak I couldn't, and my wife's like, you have diabetes.
yeah, that's probably it. Or nah, never mind. That's probably just diabetes.
Yeah, I don't know, but I
Dude,
can't do 2 Monsters on an empty stomach anymore.
hell nah. I get that whole like teeth quench thing where I'll like let's say I find something inside my teeth that like my tongue will start flicking, and then like I'll be like, oh, I'm doing that too much, and then I'll just start grinding my teeth like. So I probably look like I'm on some drugs, but realistically I'm on some strong ass coffee, yo. Like can't stand myself sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun though. I think that it's definitely better than other things that is out there in the world. You know what I'm saying? But going back on that whole like being on edibles things, it's interesting because you don't really get like a hangover or anything. You just get scary high for like 8 hours straight, and then that's it. You wake up normal, like, yo, did I fucking just
Or you
hallucinate
don't.
that
You
shit?
wake up with it still.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
um. Yeah, I don't know.
Just come to, and the world's still just like a magnet, just absorbing all that magnetic wave while you're sitting there just scared of everything. Like, oh shit. Oh.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I got like super paranoid one time when I was like smoking weed, and I was like, "Is this what it's like being on acid?" Because I was just smoking weed, bro, and like I had smoked too much. You know how like you go like consistent days where you're on a cycle where it's like you smoke like every couple rounds and stuff. But I was also drinking a lot of coffee and a lot of energy drinks and shit. So when I started smoking weed after I got off of work, the shit just hit me. And when it hit me, bro, I was like scared. And when I was scared, I was like, fuck, like I don't ever want to do this again. So I just stopped.
So I was a pretty I kind of stayed away from all that stuff, and when I was like in high school, and then
What's up, Gabe?
when I got a little older, I started doing some of that stuff, and I was in environments that was like safe to do that stuff, if that makes sense. Like the first time I smoked a bowl was with my mom. It doesn't
Oh,
get more
nice.
chill than that.
Oh, that's pretty chill.
We went to a concert. I was watching the band. I look over at my mom. She's sparking a bowl, and I was like, "Mom!" And she's like, "What? You want some?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Mm.
So I mean, those are the type of experiences I typically had when I was partaking, and I didn't ever feel like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this, or oh, and it's when you get caught in those moments is when it gets real scary. Like I remember, yeah, the Disney World example when I was so high I couldn't stand up. I was, in my head thinking like, okay, I'm having fun being this high, but at the same time, like I am very obvious that I am like gone. So if there's like a Disney employee walking by me, that's like clear example to get kicked out of that place. So,
They'll kick you out
oh
for
yeah,
being high.
they'll kick you out for being drunk, being high, all
Oh
all
shit!
that stuff. And
And paying all that money just to get kicked out for being high.
exactly. So that's when
Oh,
I was paranoid, and I was like, okay, don't give anything away, which is very hard to do when you're gone.
you're
And
all
it,
having a what is it like a team meeting in your head? Like, all right, everyone, be cool.
yeah,
Fucking be cool.
on the 4th of July, me and my dad got super super drunk. We're lighting illegal fireworks off, and the cop caught us. So then we were getting ticketed for that firework. Fair enough. But I'm just trying to maintain the peace.
Fair enough. You caught me. You
I'm
did your
just trying
job,
to maintain the
Scrappers.
peace because we're both like super drunk and my dad is being a little disorderly. So it's like, okay, let's not get drunk in public. You know, we don't need any other charges here. And those are the moments where I'm just like, oh, I wish I didn't drink that much, or I wish I didn't smoke that much. Those are the only moments that I feel that like pressure.
So, I mean, I've done like a lot of crazy stuff, but I always like to hear other people's crazy stuff because, like, like everybody, not everybody, but like a lot of people who you can run across in the world, they got like this, like, I don't want to tell you any of like my funny stories or like the stories that don't make me sound cool because then it doesn't make me sound cool. But like I always like it when someone can appreciate and like also like share some stories back because I think that's like it's funny. You know what I mean? Like it's genuinely comedy because like then you guys get into like, oh, I did this shit one time and it's just like
Yeah,
I went streaking one time.
I mean, hasn't everyone?
My boy, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah. Except for I did it to like show off to a girl.
Hasn't everyone?
Yeah. If you haven't, you ain't living life, bro. If you haven't, you're living life. Yeah. But I mean, overall, like I think that it's very incredible to be able to like open up and be like sincere and like vulnerable with people. Cause like I don't know, sometimes when people, if everybody's cool in the room, what's really cool? Isn't being cool being the not to say like the odd one out, but kind of just being like, all right, cool, you got that glow, you got that different. But if everybody's different, what's different?
Well, that's the thing. Being cool is always evolving. Because I remember in middle school, if not everyone had the same kicks on, you were that weird guy that can't afford them or whatever. And then it morphed into like high school, like, oh, like those are so different than what everyone else has. That's cool. And then it just keeps morphing all the time. What's cool, what's not, what's the fad, being different from everyone, being the same as everyone. It's always changing. So instead of just focusing on being cool, just focus on yourself. And if someone else finds you cool, I mean, that's where the money is.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Because it's all in what is it like? At that point, you're more like what you bring to the table is your personality. Like,
Yes, because everyone's personality is different. And honestly, in my opinion, if you could find a personality that's similar to yours, that's where you find some good bond.
yeah, or like, have you ever noticed that even the ones that like kind of like don't click with you, everybody kind of has their moment to shine. Like somebody can come clutch at any time. Like so like everybody eventually comes in clutch.
Well, yeah, like I said, if you find someone that clicks with you, you're on the same wavelength. Again, you're building that bond. But if you have someone that's the opposite of you,
Mm.
maybe they annoy you, maybe you get angry at them at times, but I guarantee you, they still teach you something new because they have a different thought process than you.
Yeah, or like someone's being a jerk to them, and then like they say some shit, but like you low key don't like the person who's being mean to them. So like it's just funny because like you're like, all right, that was a good one, but like fucking now they're talking back and you're like, yeah, fuck that guy. That's funny, like yeah. But I mean, so I'm thinking, what do you want to say, like 45 minutes, or
Yeah,
you want to keep going for an hour? What do
now
you think?
we'll top it off at 45.
All right, we got a couple more minutes with you guys, and then we're gonna let you guys go. Honestly, first episode of season 3. So thank you for
I'm
coming.
back.
Yeah, season 3, BB, BB. Oh, okay, okay. So did you see that video of the raccoons?
I did, yes. That was actually really funny.
Yeah, I got scared.
You're like, dude, there's my car. You need to move. And they're just looking at you like, let's go. Let's
Yeah,
fight.
someone on my TikTok video was like they're about to jump me. Like it was like the one right here waiting for me. And if I would have came out, the 3 would have got me on the side. Like I was like, oh shit.
I mean, that would have been a great video. You should have just done it for the clout.
Yeah, for the cloud, just be a cloud chest. Oh
Just go out there
shit!
and let them fuck you up.
Oh, I do it for the cloud. I do it for the cloud.
Everyone would have watched that. You would have got 1 million views.
Straight up, yeah. I mean, I feel like I got 1 million views. I got 100 views. Feel like 1 million.
That's some of those views.
Yeah, he's just like
I'm part of that.
I know that guy. I know that. I know those raccoons. They the homies.
Yeah. Little Joey.
Little Joey's. That's crazy. They got like their fingers are like kind of like what's the word like they look like cats, but their eyes and fingers really give them away, and they're just I like these little fucking scoop hands.
Little scoop hands. They have hands.
Yeah, they got hands, but it's weird to see them in animal. You know what I mean? They got little. It's like they got miniature furry human hands.
Scoop
They
hands.
just scoop everything. Have you seen them eating dog food? They scoop it. Like it's weird, bro. But like this particular one was just eyeing me down, like pissed off, and I was just like,
His family was in the bush and he was protecting them. He was like, all right, you need to come kill my family. I'll beat you up.
bro, I lost my key fob, so I was like, fuck, like I gotta wait for the security guard, and I walk out and I see this big ass cat looking thing, and I was like, oh, that's a raccoon, and I look at it and I was like, all right, I've never been like face to face with a raccoon before, so I like kind of pull up and I'm like, all right, it's gonna see me and run maybe. Hell nah, like it just stood its ground, and I was just like, don't look at me like that, my boy. Like I'm trying to go that way. You go this way. It can be a beautiful thing. Like you can just get out of my way and it'll be all right. You know.
He wanted to throw hands, his little scooper hands at you.
Yeah, it was crazy because the eyes were just staring me down, and I was just like, I'm sensing some aggression on the other side of the glass, my boy. Like this crazy. But he pussed out. As I say,
Well, I mean, you didn't go out there until they moved, so I just gotta say that.
Yeah, I pussed out. I'm pussing boots. All right then. So is there any shout outs you want to do? Social media, websites, articles, anything?
Nope.
You guys heard it here first. So I mean, it's been a pleasure to rock this one again with you. We'll do another one soon.
Sounds good, man.
My boy. All right, you guys stay ready. I'm gonna be doing another one this week, hopefully, and yeah, tap in. The blessing continues, y'all. Stay up.
I told you what I am. You hit me with a damn fine. Look what it's become. I'm so calm, I'm so calm. I'm so calm, I'm so calm. I told you what I am. You hit me with a damn fine. Look what it's become. I'm so calm, I'm so calm. I'm so calm, I'm so calm.